Welcome back to Season 3 of Cowboy Cartel Live, every Sunday on Facebook and YouTube at 8:30 p.m. Central. This podcast delves into all things hats, boots, and everything Western related. We're truly grateful for the continued support from American Hat Company and Jobe's Hats. American Hat Company, proud to be an American, proud to wear an American. American Hat is the official hat of Cowboy Cartel. And if you're looking for the perfect fit, look no further than Jobe's Hats, our official hat shaper. Visit them in Fort Worth, Texas, or check them out online at jobeshats.com. Cowboy Cartel is proud to announce our new online hat shaping school. For more information, check out cowboycartelgroup.com, and don't forget to check out our store while you are there. We have added quite a few new items, and more are on the way. Now let's check in with the boys to see what's been happening this week.
Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's a really cool special show tonight. I want to tell you, we got Jobe Sanchez from Jobe's Hats here with us tonight. Thanks for being here, Jobe. We really appreciate it.
Man, thank you for the invitation. The studio looks great.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, it was, it's been a year, just a little over a year since the last time you were in, and the studio looks completely different than it did back then. We were doing a recorded podcast back then, so you didn't get to be on one of these lives. Now, guys, it's your opportunity to ask Jobe all the questions. We talk about Jobe's Hats and American Hat all the time, and you guys really, some of you guys who don't get a chance to go into Jobe's don't get to talk to him and don't get to really understand all about the store. So this is your chance to ask all the questions. And so tell us, what's been going on? How's the new store? How's everything going this weekend?
Well, first of all, hi, guys. Hope you're having a good Sunday night. And the store was busy today, actually. Both stores was pretty steady. So we're getting there. We're still waiting for that good, cool front. But, it's pretty busy, steady.
Yeah. It's coming. I think it's supposed to be in the 30s or maybe lower next week. It's going to be cold. So everybody's going to be wearing the felts finally.
Hopefully, so we can actually feel like we're in felt season,
Yes.
Instead of 75 degrees in the middle of November.
Yeah.
I was looking the other day, check the weather before you go outside. It said it was like 65 degrees. You go out there and the sun's, shining. It doesn't feel like 65
No, it
degrees.
doesn't.
So, yeah. So new store, you got a brand new store open. How is it? I mean, I know Connor's working there now, so
I'm at the new store.
Yeah.
I guess it's pretty good. He tells me all the time he's got a lot of.
I think it was needed. Yeah. Definitely. The Grand Plaza traffic is great, but there's a lot of times just getting out of the car, parking, walking those long aisles, and the store is bigger, nicer, more space. You can just park, go in and out. If you need a hat shape, just in and out. You're at within 10, 15 minutes. So,
yeah, it was. So on the grand opening was a Saturday. We were there on that Saturday. We've been back many times since then, but we're local, so we don't have to go on a Saturday. We go in on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or whenever, and I can park at the front door.
Yeah.
I mean, we did a live the other day, and I backed the car up to the front door and unloaded stuff. So the parking is fantastic.
It is, and we have two shapers there at all times. We have Connor and we have Vincent, experienced shapers. Anything you want, we can do any shape, any style, fashion, whatever it is, we can do it. So yeah, so it's a nicer store. It's a full size store now. It's a full size Western store. So we carry boots, we carry all kinds of apparel, ladies, accessories, wallets. Cleaning for all your boots, all your cleaning needs. We carry pretty much everything now. We're a full-size store now.
So you mentioned something the other day, and I don't know if we can bring this up yet, but you carry the JH brand. What other boots are you carrying or are you going to carry?
We carry the JH brand. We carry the Resistol boots.
Okay.
We carry Ariat, and then we're going to now carry Lucchese boots. So.
That's a big one. Big one.
Yes. And then eventually we're going to incorporate more brands. As we grow bigger and bigger, hopefully we get other brands like maybe Anderson Bean or something like that. Yeah.
Anderson Bean has a cult following, and I mean, you can't really find a place around here. So down by Austin, you've got the Texas Boot Company, and they've got a sea of Anderson Bean, but they sell a ton of boots.
Yeah, they do. And the good thing with Anderson Bean too is you can customize any boot, any style you want. So we can make some exclusive just for JH brand.
Yeah, I mean that's fantastic. I can't wait to see that because I did notice you have a ton of boots out there, but some of them are the same one, so you got plenty of room for other brands.
We can definitely put a bunch of other styles and other colors and stuff. I mean, this was just not a last minute, but we had a bunch of boots that we had already with our brand, which is honestly is what people look for the most.
Right.
People want our brand the most, so we have them, and they're 100% leather made, really good boots as well. So
well, you do have a loyal customer base, and you have a lot of people coming in for the JH brand. But diversification, if you can capture the guy who's looking for the Anderson Bean or the Lucchese, why not?
Yeah, no, definitely, and we want to have that. We want to have options.
Absolutely.
So customer comes in, we have some snip toes, we got some riding heels, we got some Rawhouses, we got ostrich, alligator, shark, a little bit of everything.
Nice.
Same thing for the ladies. High tops, we got some little booties, we got a little bit of everything.
So I see a kind of a change coming here. You've got this new bigger store, and now you've announced the Stockyard store coming next year in November.
Hopefully by November 2025 in the Stockyards. So that's going to be a different show. That we want to do that a little bit more high end store. So maybe hats are starting like a 40X and up, so that we can provide a little better experience, and it's going to be more of a one-on-one type of deal. That I'm thinking that's how it's going to be.
That's really cool. I like that. The hat store in Houston, they just opened that new hat store ranch. It's kind of a luxury Western store. Yeah. And, if you go to the Stockyards now, you've got Best Hat. They don't sell anything below 10X, right? So, it's definitely expected to be a higher end in the Stockyards.
I think the market is there.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. I agree 100%.
Yes, sir. So we're excited. We're going to have a busy 2025. So, thank God for all the support from all of our viewers and all of our JH, people that really follow our page and in the visitor store. Every weekend we get between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think our store has become a like a tourist attraction, not necessarily tourists. What would you call it, Connor? People from out of town.
It's a destination.
It's a destination.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then we also have I won't say a select few, but we have a few that they come to the store every weekend. That's not just that's their weekend routine, is they come to the store to get their hats clean, fixed, whatever the case may be.
Right.
But but customers from all over the United States. I mean,
all over the world.
Yeah, all over the world. Yeah, Canada. We have Australia.
The guy who was from Brazil.
From Brazil. Yeah.
And we have one from Colombia today.
Yeah.
Or was it Colombia?
Yeah, Colombia. And these guys are coming not just to visit. They're coming to shop. They want to get something from Jobe's Hats, either where there's a ball cap, a hat, the first straw hat. And it's and it's a great man, and it also thanks to you guys, you have exposure out there. Thanks to y'all, we people want to visit the store. They hear the hype or whatever, and they're like, hey, man, let's go visit Jobe's Hats.
Well, but it all started with you shaping that 500X for me, and it was just fantastic, right? The shape was beautiful. You're just a fantastic shaper, and you have shaped or at least touched up probably every hat I own. And
sorry, Connor.
No offense taken. None taken.
Well, hey, Jobe is the official shaper of Cowboy Cartel. So
there you go.
It is what it is.
Well, that means since I'm part of this, he can fix mine too.
Yeah.
No.
Does he need to?
Probably.
And that's kind of what's unique. The whole JH team of shapers. Each one of these guys has their own style.
Yes.
Now at the end of the day, the goal is to provide the same finish, the same hat that the customer wants to get.
Right.
And every hat is different. I can do a different cattleman than Connor. Connor can do a different cattleman than Danny or Vincent or whoever. At the end of the day, does the customer like that cattleman?
Right.
That's it. If he doesn't like it, then we change it. That's how it is. I think that's been our number one goal since I started. Not necessarily with Jobe's Hats, but 26 years ago when I started shaping hats. That was my goal. I'm here for the customer. I'm here to put those ideas that they have into the hat, and I think that's been our goal.
Well, speaking of cattleman, I love your cattleman. It's just a unique shape. I can look at it and say, yeah, it's a Jobe cattleman, right? It looks different. It kind of comes in the middle, and I think it's great. For what I do, I get hats shaped by everybody. it's not unfortunate, but it's unfortunate I can't have you shape every hat, you know, and get the Jobe Cattleman because
and it's part of the show. I mean, you got to go out there and visit this.
Absolutely.
You know, there's a lot of great hatters through the whole United States. You know, and you know, every cattleman is different. I'm like I said, 26 years. I've done all kinds of cattlemans, from the old school, for the new school, for the younger generation, to the hand-shaped cattleman, you know, which is very, very particular. Like, I can just look at a hat and tell you if it's pre-shaped or hand-shaped. Simple as that. It doesn't matter how good, you know, there's a lot of people like, oh, I can do a cattleman look like a pre-shape. I mean, yeah, you might think, you know, you might think that, but I can tell that it's a pre-shape.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, look at the American, what is it, the RC?
The Rancher.
You know, it's based off of a shape by Cody Bates, right? But it's still oppressed. I mean, it's got some of the characteristics of his shaping, but it's completely different than a hand shape.
Yeah, and I've seen Cody's cattlemans are way different than what you normally see. You know,
that's where I get my cattlemen from.
You know, so it's just every shaper is different. You know,
How are they different? What's different about them? I guess
I don't know how to explain it. His are not as long.
Okay,
No, they're much shorter
They're
cattlemen.
they're shorter, and the side dimple is more of a half moon shape compared to more of a longer. I don't know. I guess we'll do this for another live. We can shape some hats live, and we talk about this.
We actually talked
a while
about doing
back.
that too.
Yeah.
we talked about this last night because Connor and I did a video on the American 7210 last night. You guys are going to get to see that in a day or two. It's in editing now. It should be pretty quick. It's not a very long video. I think it's 10, 15 minutes probably once it's done. But we sat at the hat bar, and I sat on one corner and Connor sat on the other. There's room there where we could actually, and I thought about this. I thought about asking Jobe to shape a hat. And I'm like, well, do we have a hat? What can we do? It would have been really cool to have either Connor and I sit there and have you stand and shape a hat. But, you know, we just didn't have enough time to put it together. We would love to get you back and do something like that here.
We can probably even do a live
Yeah, absolutely.
on a Sunday from the store.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, that way we can have the steamers there. Connor could be shaping in one steamer. I could be shaping in the other one. And then whatever the customers want to see, we can do it live. Be like, hey, do a minute with cutters. We can do one right there. And, you know, I can have a bunch of just sample hats that we can just, you know, play with. That way we don't feel like we're just, you know, wasting hats. But we can just practice hats. That's what we call them.
All right. Let us know, guys, in the comments below. Is that something you guys want to see?
I think that'd be great.
I'm game for that. That'd be kind of fun.
That'd be great.
Real quick, I see she's got questions, but I wanted to let everybody know that Sandra's here with us tonight, Jobe's wife.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you earlier when you talked about the Fort Worth Stockyard show. Is that going to be her baby? I know she takes care of the JH boutique.
It's going to be her baby, definitely. She's got a bunch of ideas. All the stuff from both stores, the boutique, she's 100% behind that. You know, she takes care of all the buying, all the models that we use. She takes care of that, you know. And we always joke that I'm the Jobe's, she's the hats. Jobe's hats. It's kind of go together, you know. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, you know, the store looks great. So, and thanks for being here with us tonight, Sandra. All right. I'm sorry. LLC.
And the LLC, yeah.
Sorry,
Nice.
I can't hear. All right, what did you have?
Well, first of all, I got to say that tonight we have a very populated chat. So thanks for
that's
being
great.
here, guys.
Guys, we really appreciate you. Thanks for being here, and big shout out to our members. You know, without you guys, you know, we wouldn't be doing this without Jobe and American Hat as well. So thank you all.
They say congratulations, Jobe, on the new store and on your success. They definitely want to see that video. Say it 100,000 times yes to that video. That would be cool to see.
All right.
They want to know what everyone's wearing tonight.
Hat wise?
Yeah.
Hat-wise, okay. Connor is the oddball because he didn't want to match Jobe. I'm wearing a 1000X natural tonight.
Come on, Connor.
Well, I had it all set up. I was going to say, how often do you see 3000Xs in the same room?
Yeah, I know, right?
But he screwed it up. Of
Connor,
course,
there you
Connor.
go.
I hate it here.
So I'm wearing a 1000X natural.
I'm wearing the same hat I wore at your podcast, my 100X, my 1000X American Mink.
Yep.
and then 20X chocolate for me.
He wears 1,000X every day, and today he wears the 20X.
And this is the same hat I wore, a year and a half ago?
It looks fantastic.
And it's the same shape. I have not even steamed it since I shaped it the first time. So it keeps, I might just brush it off a little bit every once in a while, but it's basically the same hat.
His 1000X is in a lot better shape than mine. That's kind of why I didn't want to wear mine.
Yeah, I don't get it because Connor is rough on his hat. I mean, because he, I think it was redone recently.
February.
In February.
We got it done for my granddad's funeral.
And it already looks worse than yours.
I really want to know what happens to the hat when he's at home. I think that's when the hat gets abused.
we got him a hat rack. So he was hanging his hats off of his TV, and we got him a hat rack. We got him a Mark Christopher hat rack, and now he's got it. It's like 6. How many hats you got, Connor? Because you can hang 6 now.
I've got 4 felts. 3 of them are at home. One of them is MIA at the moment. That's the natural. That's MIA at the moment.
You can't find your natural.
I know where it's at. I just haven't gone and got it.
Okay.
It's still in storage in the trailer.
Okay.
Where we threw it up on top of the bunk.
Yeah, that thing is probably ruined.
It's fine. It's just a hat. And then 3 or 4 straws.
All right, so
I've got enough to fill a rack.
You might need another Mark Christopher hat rack.
He has that, what is that straw, the crushable one that you have?
My 50-50.
We have that one.
It's here.
The crushable?
It's here. Yeah, I think it's in storage.
It is.
After that, when that video happened, I had a few customers, hey, so what, can I do that to my American hat? I was like, no, not every hat, but yeah, after maybe 5 years of wear and tear, maybe.
After once it's past its lifetime, its life cycle.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, the American 50-50 is a soft hat, and the 50-40, the same hat, different color, but it's soft, but it's not that soft. I mean, you have to.
That lacquer is completely gone.
It's gone. I don't know how he.
I just wore it.
I tell him he's got something in his sweat that just.
I mean, if you look at the band on the inside of that one, you can see the band is.
Yeah, that one. How old is that hat, Connor?
Not even a year old. I got this towards the end of felt season.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that.
I got it in 2024. And just for reference, if you're listening at a later date, it's November 2024, and I got this in probably January of 24.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, he got those boots from Fenolio. Was it 2 weeks ago or almost 3?
3
weeks ago
now.
And he took them out and he got blood all over them at hog hunting, and they were just all messed up. There's cuts in them already. Fenolio came here and cleaned them for him and brought them back to life. And so
now they don't really even look like they've been cleaned.
They look like they just broke in now. That's what kind of skin is that? Is that like bull hide?
Bull shoulder.
Mm-hmm. All right. Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
He asked for something he couldn't tear up, and they said, "This is it."
Bull hide. Yeah, you can't tear bull hide.
And I said, "Challenge accepted."
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we got right now we've got going on the 200X American Hat giveaway. It's live. CowboyCartelGroup.com/giveaway. Jobe was kind enough to give us a 200X for the giveaway, and it's any color you have in stock.
Any color. So we have a really good stock right now. Actually, I just did inventory Friday morning. We have plenty of pecans. We have plenty of silver bellies. I do have a few black, but I do have a good size run. Black, pecan. We have a lot of steels, so you can get a nice 200X steel. Definitely, you want to get your hands on something like that because the steel is kind of like the new black.
Yes.
You can wear it with everything and anything. So.
Yeah, and I have a black hat. It was just so I had one for several years that I didn't really wear very much. American renovated it. It's open and flat right now. We're going to do a video on it, but I don't wear black very often. If I need something, I wear the steel.
Yeah.
Right now it's been this natural. I've been trying to put the natural through its paces.
Put some miles.
Yeah.
Isn't that natural?
And I mean,
it looks great actually.
It does.
A natural is a really pretty color too.
So it looks different, right? Throughout the X Factor range. The 40X is really gray, but the 100X is really pretty, right? It's kind of speckled. I really like the 100X, and so this when it got done, it's a solid color, right?
Yeah,
it doesn't have all that.
No, it doesn't have all the. I would say it's part of the fur, I guess, that comes out.
It has a lot of that grain of color.
Yeah, that grain when you steam it. sometimes when it cools down, they go away.
And sometimes they hang around.
Sometimes they hang around forever.
Yeah.
And sometimes customers think it's a defect. It's not a defect. That's what you get when it's a natural, because it's a natural hair. It has no dyes. It has no chemicals on it. It's pure,
Right.
It's just, that's how they come.
Right.
Yeah.
And, it just because of what, what part of the animal it comes from, the hair, it's going to look different. I did not expect this to be, to me, it almost looks like a pecan, but a lighter version of the pecan because it's such a neutral, flat color. But, it's great. Lorena's got 100X natural. And Emilio down at Double R is going to shape that up for her on the 3rd. So we're going to go back down and see Emilio.
Nice. And also, if for some reason you want to upgrade from the 200X to the 500X,
that's right.
We would take that as a credit. That hat is, I believe, 200 is, I think it's $1,300.
Right at, I think it's $1,290.
Yeah, I think it's $1,290.
Right.
So $1,300. You can use it as a credit and get either the 500 or get the mink.
So the 500, what is it? 2,100?
2090.
2090. Yeah.
So 2,100.
So 2,100, and then the mink is 3,600.
So that's about $600 price difference from a 200X to a 500X, and that's basically the price of a 40X, right?
That's correct.
So I mean that's a heck
So it's
of
like
a
you're
deal.
buying a 40X, but you get the mink or the 200 or the 500X. Sorry.
Right.
And the 500 also I have white, silver belly, black, pecan, and steel too in 500.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's today. My store manager Francisco texted me that we sold a lot of high X's today at the plaza.
Nice.
So, and I think we did.
We had a few of them at the other store.
Yeah, at the new store too. We had a couple of 200X's and I think 100X today. So
Nice.
yeah, it's been the high hats are going out.
We've seen we talked to Keith Mundy at American Hat about this. We've seen the difference. People were buying 7Xs and maybe 10Xs when we started doing this 3 years ago, and now there's a noticeable change. And 40X, sometimes, but we're seeing really more 100X, 200X, 500Xs. So it's great to see that change in people's
and
perspective.
We have a bunch of 100Xs right now. We got a 100X black and a 100X silver belly.
Nice.
Gray hats. I like the 3 buckle set that comes on those 100Xs are pretty unique for American Hat Company.
That's true.
So you want to get, Black Friday is coming up. So big sale. Can't tell you yet, but it's going to be big.
So make sure you guys are following Jobe on Instagram. He is very, he's always on social media on Instagram. He actually just did a couple of videos here for Instagram before we started. And make sure you follow him. Make sure you follow Cowboy Cartel, because we already have the stuff. We're going to post that as soon as we're able. And you guys will know what the sale is at Jobe's Hats.
Yeah. And then we usually post it the same Wednesday night. So stay tuned. Thanksgiving Day, make your plans. Eat a bunch of turkey and get ready and be there early, because our sale starts at 8 o'clock in the morning.
8
We
o'clock.
open 2 hours early.
I was just going to ask that. So you don't usually open that early. So
No, we usually open at 10 o'clock Texas Central Time. But for Black Friday, we're going to open at 8 in the morning.
Both stores?
Both stores. That's
All
right. So it's 8 to 9 o'clock.
Connor, are you going to be able to wake up that early and get out of here?
I'll probably end up leaving the house about 6 at the latest.
Okay.
So we're usually, guys, and let me tell you this: if you are planning of coming on Friday, please be patient.
Absolutely.
Be patient. We're gonna have a bunch of people shopping for hats.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a bunch of people in line. If you want to buy it and come back later on to shape it, you can. Or if you want to buy it and go to the other store, to the new store to shape it, that's fine. And we're expecting higher traffic at the plaza, at the number 1 store or the mall store.
Okay.
Okay. But anything can happen. Okay. So make sure that you're patient, be there on time. I do want to tell you maybe a little preview. The sale is going to be from 8 to noon. So that I can tell you that. That way you make plans.
Okay. All right. So be there early.
Be there early.
Lorena, you have questions.
Yes.
I see what's going on here. I see when there's time to Lorena to say something.
See, I had a piece of paper that said I have a question, I don't know where it is. It got lost when we moved, so I have nothing now. So now it's pretty much like eye contact. Like, hey, I got something over here.
Maybe Joe got a hold of that paper and something happened.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I had two. When I have questions, another job is here. Remember?
I think we have her angled wrong. I don't know what happened. Usually I can see her. Right now, all I can see are two eyes.
So I got to stare.
That's all you need to see.
Perfect. That tells you everything you need.
I got to stare stronger.
Yes. What do you got?
Okay. So Alberto Navarro Medina went to the store today, and he was kind
Connor
enough to bring us some gifts. Connor, what happened?
Connor, can you repeat the name?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no, I cannot.
It was so fast. Connor and I looked at each other. You're looking at her like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
Connor and I
yeah,
are
I
like
get it.
deer in the headlights.
Can I get a vowel, please?
Alberto.
Alberto or
No.
Alberto?
Alberto
Alberto
Navarro
Navarro
Medina.
Medina.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hey,
Nice.
nice.
I'm learning Spanish.
Is that the guy from Colombia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So we don't have the gifts yet because
You left them there?
I did.
And you know what? Hey, I wonder if those, because I think it was some keychain and some little cool stuff. I saw that and I was like, I wonder if these are going to stay here and then to go with Connor. But I'm sorry. I should have said something too.
That's all right.
fine.
We've got to go to the store tomorrow. Alberto,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate it. Thank you
you.
for the support. Thank you for stopping in. Next time you're going to be up at Joby's, let us know. And we'll come up there and meet you.
Yeah,
So,
definitely, man. Thank you for stopping by as well.
ADHD is a heck of a thing. One track mind gets a hold of it.
They want to know about the new JH felts. Are they
Yes.
round oval?
So we were going to talk about that. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't bring one tonight, but
No, I am sorry. I totally forgot. It was honestly, we literally just left the store. That's why I got my wife and kids here today. We just rushed here and, we here. But we made those hats. We've been planning this for a long, long time. This JH brand is not just 5 months ago. This was going on for about at least 5 years that we planned this brand. But we wanted to make sure that we bring something a little different. So they're oval instead of round or long. They're just oval. So yeah, it's kind of more of a longer oval.
Mm-hmm.
But we can definitely turn it into a long or round. It doesn't matter, And we tried it this last weekend. A lot of people that had a really round ovals, and they work just fine.
yeah, and you can make a round oval into a long oval. You can do the same with a long oval, but it's not as easy.
It's not as easy, and it's always want to go back to the original shape.
Right.
Unless you wear it every day,
Yeah.
then yeah, the hat is going to stay. For example, like my hand, I have a round head, okay? And for the longest times, I always struggle because I always had to get them either 2 sizes too big to compensate for that round head. But now with this new styles, all of Americans too are round. I order them round oval
Right.
for that same reason because we can make it longer, no problem.
I'm an extreme long oval.
Yeah.
A round oval's probably not going to fit you. I can do a lot of things with one, but I can't make it
Yeah.
fit an extreme
yeah.
long oval.
Well, I do have my 500X Natural is a round oval, but luckily I know some guys at American who can make that.
Well,
There you
I mean,
go,
I
yeah.
wear a long oval, and this one I got from the store, and it's a round oval, and it fits me great.
Yeah.
But I also stretched out the oval to make it fit.
Well, every time I go in and I'm wearing the 500X steel, I have Cody put it on the hot blocks, and then it feels fantastic. So,
And there's if we ever make that video that we're talking about,
yeah,
there's a lot of tricks that you can do to make them longer
Yeah.
or round.
well, and this is
the simplest things you can think of that it
it's,
will work.
It's a lot more basic than people might
Yeah.
think. It's
This-
not sorcery.
This is something, and I know a lot of these tricks because you and I have talked about them. The part from the hanger that you get.
Yeah, that one's probably the best one there is.
Yeah. So there are a lot of tricks and tips that, you could share with a lot of people. As a matter of fact, we should probably get you on our online hat shaping school live one day, man. That'd be pretty cool. Those guys
Yeah.
would love to see you.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because then I can take a day off.
No, you have to be
You
here.
still have to come, Connor.
You still have to come, Connor.
It was worth a shot.
They have a question.
Yeah.
Daniel Estrada, who is one of our members, says, Joby, on the giveaway, would it be possible to downgrade the X on the American and pick up
And
one
get
of your
two?
new 10X hats as well?
We didn't really think about it, or talked about it. But if you want to, you can. Yeah, the only thing is the one thing we wanted to keep it is we wanted somebody to get an American hat.
Well, I mean,
But if you want to switch it to a JH brand, then that's fine.
hey, the way I look at it is we are promoting it as a 200X American. If you want to use that as a store credit and Joby allows it, that's fine. Whatever you want, we want, whoever wins to be happy with what they're getting.
We want them to have options.
Yeah. So, if that's what,
I think the only thing that we can do is if they want to upgrade, we can. But, I just don't want to be like, oh, well, I want to use those 1300s to buy merchandise or something like that. Right. Yeah, we won't do that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, no, but they can definitely do that.
All right.
Any more questions or anything?
Yes. Someone says, I used to think 6X was great. Then my wife bought me a 100X, and I was like, where has this hat been all my life?
Oh, yeah.
It's so...
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. That's the common thing, right? People post the 6X all the time. That 6X Skyline. People think that's, this high dollar hat. Right now, they're like $50 off from the Skyline to a 7X American.
Yeah.
And that is a completely different hat. That is not even the same ballpark, right? So it's amazing, and we want people to step into that 7X or better, right?
Well,
I think sometimes, and we get this all the time. We get this all the time at the store. Customers come in and they're like, hey, I want to get a black hat, but I want to get a cattleman.
Yeah.
Right. And one of the things that we get all the time is what, Connor? They want super low crowns.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted the lowest you can get. So at that point, we tell them, hey, sometimes it's better if you want it that low. It's probably better to get a pre-shape.
Really interesting.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
because from a 6-inch crown, which what we all wear,
Right.
sometimes they want a 4-inch crown. Cattleman.
you can't do it.
Where are you going to hide all that extra material on the top?
That
You know what I'm saying? So there's just no way. And a lot of this, the bigger sizes is not a problem.
No,
like
it's the
anything
smaller
7
size.
3/8 and up.
we actually had a comment on a video the other day, and I saved it. Lorena has it because I wanted to save it for you. Connor did a video for us for the online hat shaping school, I think, and maybe it was a center crease. I don't remember. We cut that up, and I think we put it into a short video, and somebody commented. What was the comment?
Yes, I have it right here. On YouTube, JTay7989 asked, what's the shortest you can get a crown from the base to the very top of the crown? What style crown for the lowest, shortest crown?
So that kind of ties into exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah.
So in that kind of a case, if they're looking for the absolute shortest they can possibly get, you're going to say get a
pre-shaped cattleman.
yeah, okay.
And like I said, there's many factors. If somebody comes in and they want to get a 6 and 7/8 silver belly, and they're like, "Hey, get a super low crown," it's not going to happen. Those hats are super narrow and skinnier
Right.
than your 7.5, 7.5/8 crowns. On the 7.5/8, yeah, they're bigger and they're shorter. So you can definitely bring it down even to a 4 1/4 inch crown.
It's all in the proportions.
It's on the so size 6 3/4, 6 7/8, 7 1/8. If you want a super low crown, it's a fight, know, and most likely you're not gonna like it because once you start getting too low,
Yeah.
the taper.
this part here is just straight. It looks like this. It's not like this. You know what I mean? So it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
So at that point, that's when we tell customers maybe you just need to get a pre-shaped hat.
I've done that. I've sent customers to other stores to get a pre-shaped hat before.
And honestly, I mean, we just got a bunch of Stetsons in Friday. We got the Skyline 6X
Really?
pre-shaped, yes.
Okay.
And then we did get a new 6X Stetson's called the Mescal. It comes with a 5 1/4 crown, which is a little taller. A lot of my Spanish speaking, the Sinaloa style, which we do a lot of those right now. They're very, very popular. They're coming back. Taller crown, 4-inch brim. We got a bunch of those in. So usually when customers want the pre-shape, that's what we offer.
Okay.
Right there.
And I didn't realize, I guess, that you carried the Stetson Skyline and stuff like that. I mean, I've heard, I guess, if somebody wants a pre-shaped, you got it. Okay. But you guys don't reshape those, right? Or do you?
We reshape the brims.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we can do anything on the brims. Usually what happens is they'll want to buy the Skyline because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hey, redo the crown to a Minic. It's not going to happen. because you don't have that height. And then this hat's already come pre-shaped, and they're not easy to shape.
Well, I mean, right now though, aren't they like $50 off of an American 7X though? Aren't they about $50?
No, the Scotland is $349.
Okay.
Yeah, and the 7X American is 470. 470. I'm sorry. I had too many hats today. Prices all over the place.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So it's about $100.
About $100 difference.
Okay. And I guess they used to be. I guess I was thinking about the American before the price increase.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And like I said, and we have them. We have the Scotland and silver belly, black, and I think it's gray. It's called, what is that gray one called? God, I don't know. But
is it mist gray?
I think it's mist gray.
No, the darker one. But we do carry also the high dollar Stetsons too. So if there's any customers out there that you like the Patron, you like the Presidente, which is 100X, we also have those.
And you've got the 1000X.
We got a 1000X too, the Amante, which is, those are the most expensive hat that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of hats. And then we also have the Resistol black gold. So if you're just a black gold guy, we have it.
Yeah, I mean those have always been a good seller. What are they running
they
right
always
now?
will be.
They're running about $650 now or $700.
So
They just had a price increase, guys. Stetson Resistol just had a price increase. So they went up a lot as well.
They're pretty close to an American 40X.
Pretty close now. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. And the black gold will do have it in a pre-shaped and open crown.
Okay.
Yep.
What else you got?
Well, Nicholas Carter wants to know, do you remember y'all's first hat? If so, what was it?
I do, but I mean, it was just a kind of I had cowboy hats as a kid. They were pretty decent, but I had a black Bailey in the 1990s, probably 1992 or 1993.
We talking felt?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
We're talking felt. My first one was that, I don't know if you might remember it from me working at the factory years ago when you'd come pick up that 15X dark belly I had with the bound edge on it.
I remember that.
That was my
You
first
had that
felt.
for a while. Yeah.
I still got it somewhere at home.
Mine was I think it was a 6X Resistol that I had.
Yeah.
I think I was maybe 14 years old probably. Yeah.
That's a good hat back then.
It was. No, back then it was a decent hat. Yeah.
I don't remember what X my Bailey was, but it was, it seemed like a good hat at the time.
Yeah. No, and we also carry a bunch of Baileys as well. A lot of people don't think, but Bailey is one of the oldest companies in the United States when it comes to hats. So.
Yeah, I mean they did really well back in the 80s and 90s. I don't have any experience with them now, so I don't know what they're.
They've stepped up their game, I'll say.
Yeah, I kind of think
A lot of the companies are stepping up
they
their
kind of
game.
went like that, right? They kind of went a little bit down, and then now they're back up again.
They kind of stepped away from the Western retail side. Yeah. They were doing more of the little fedoras and little crushable hats, which I just recently visited the factory in PA, and it was a great experience as well, man. It was they got it going on. They make their own hats, so we carry the 8X pecan black, and I think a silver belly that we carry, and white, and they're 6-inch crowns, 4 1/4 brims. So I mean, we have Jobe's hats. It was made for this. We wanted to have selection and options. Obviously, American and Radio King are probably the biggest retailers that we carry, and the top sellers. But we carry all brands.
Are you guys still carrying the Ticino? Did you?
No, we discontinued that brand. Okay. Yes,
right. We had some questions about Ticino yesterday. I think it was. I think I got a private message about them, and I didn't think you guys carried them anymore.
We still have a bunch left from probably 2 or 3 years. And for some reason, we just can't sell them. Yeah. I put them for 50% off, and
really,
still, I just customers don't want to buy them.
I think a lot of that goes back to quality, and I'm not going to say that Ticino is a bad quality hat at all. That's not anywhere near what I'm getting at. I don't want anybody to misunderstand that. I think because you talked about this earlier, you touched on people are starting to make that jump to the 100X.
Right.
I think now it's people are starting to actually ask the questions of, what makes that 100X so much better than a 7? And now that they're starting to learn the longevity of a higher X hat, they're kind of moving away from other brands that don't offer a higher end hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were very popular. When we started carrying Taquinos, we were probably one of the first ones to carry that brand. And they became popular because of color options.
Yeah. Right.
You can look through the book and order any color you want in greasely or regular. So I think at the time it became very popular that everybody could be different. Order a lime green hat, and it was possible, you know. But I guess everybody started doing it now. I feel like that's what kind of went down. And
Yeah, because you can get that through Rodeo King now,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They have tons of colors.
Yeah.
Americans
Yeah.
still, they're still on the the same
Old
old
school.
school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Old school. They threw in the evergreen and the
Grenadine.
grenadine.
Yeah, grenadine.
In the last couple of years, but nothing kind of too out there.
And those colors have been good, but I feel like they didn't do like they were thinking they were gonna do. Like a big boom.
I don't know. I love my evergreen, and she always gets compliments.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
her,
that is a pretty hat.
So I mean, and when we put them out there, people were, we got them kind of before anybody else could, or before they were really out there. So we kind of get all of the, hey, where can I get this?
Yeah.
And then like,
And
I don't know yet.
And just so you know, we did order the grenadine finally.
Nice.
So we should get it. They told me maybe by the 15th of December we should have it.
Nice.
I ordered them in a 10X. So
Okay. All right. So
try them out.
That'll be fantastic. So you guys kind of keep an eye out for that. You can get the American Grenadine coming at Jobe's soon. What else you got over there?
I got a question here.
Uh-huh.
I got an American 7 3/8 long oval straw fits snug. Then I bought a 7 3/8 Rodeo King 10X round oval and fits loose. I use tape on the sides to fit. Are hat brands different when it comes to fit? I'm new to wearing hats.
Yes, pretty much every brand is gonna run different because everybody uses different blocks. Okay, and it's just different. That's why sometimes we recommend, like, some people might want to buy something online. We always recommend, hey, let's just go to your local Western store, just try on a few sizes, see which one fits the best. We always recommend going a little bit looser is better than going tighter.
Oh, absolutely.
Because tight, when we shape them, they shrink just a hair. They shrink a little bit, and when they're big, we can put tape, foam, we can, shrink them with steam or whatever. So there's a lot more options than that. But yeah, every hat is different, definitely.
Yeah.
Can you reshape a pre-shaped hat? I think you guys answered that earlier. You cannot really, right?
It's been done.
It all depends, honestly, depends on the brand and on the quality.
Yeah.
And on your ability as a shaper.
And
as
your
well.
ability as a shaper. What kind of steamer do you use? And your technique, if you know how to do it, But now, if you send a 6X Stetson low crown, you're like, hey, I want a high minic. It's not going to happen. We can do either a brick, we can do like a smoother long minic, something.
Right.
But there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys put up a show, but you're not magicians.
That kind of goes in hand with, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
look,
right.
A pre-shaped, like from American, that is hand-shaped, right, as a pre-shaped, that's different than something that is pressed,
Machine pressed.
That's right.
Because you have all of that pressure, compacting that and kind of setting that shape in really deep versus, a hand shaped is just a hand shaped, right? You can really get that out a lot easier than, the lines aren't going to kind of be there to show so badly.
Yeah.
I got Daniel Hernandez here. Says, I bet
Daniel?
Connor is going to love reshaping those Stetsons.
The brims don't like to be shaped.
Stetsons are very special.
Choose your words carefully, Joey.
They're very special. Okay, they're really nice hats, but there is a way to steam them.
Yeah.
And that's what I teach my younger shapers.
Yeah.
I'm there and be like, look, this hat, this is how you shape it. You steam it instead of steaming it from this side, we steam it from the inside. If you do it through here, the hat does this. The brim comes out, and once that happens,
There's
it's
no
done.
going back.
There's no going back. Yeah, that's correct. So, if there's any shapers out there that can agree with me, you know what I'm talking about. When you get that brim that comes out like that, you're done.
Those skylines, I have shaped a ton of those skyline brims at Cavender's, and I mean they're all right. The Resistol, on the other hand, the 6X Resistol, some of them, the George Straits, I think are better quality. I think he has better quality control on his hats than maybe the Cody Johnson. The Cody Johnsons were almost worthless. That's the only.
We get those all the time. Customers come in and be like, "Hey, can you do a JB or Minnick?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna be a fight because you can steam them for a minute,
Yeah.
and they won't go anywhere."
Well, the resistors are just stupid stiff on the brims.
It's the only hat I've ever broke. I broke a felt resistor.
See, and this is why we tell customers if you like that pre-shaped George Strait hat, buy a resistor. Leave it. Don't buy a resistor and then you want to turn it into a Minnick with a 10-inch front. It's not going to happen.
No, that's not what it's meant for.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, just buy an open crown, Rodeo King and American or Bailey, whatever, and choose your shape.
Right.
That's where we can do it however you want.
Because you can make any of those hats look like a George Strait.
That's correct.
Right? I mean, just because it doesn't have his name, his signature inside it, doesn't make it any different.
And we do it all the time. And honestly, I wish I could post almost every hat that we do.
Yeah.
I've seen Connor shape some really nice hats.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen Vincent shape some really nice hats, and the guys at the other store as well. But sometimes we're just too busy that we cannot post every hat.
I don't ever take pictures of what I do.
When you got a line like that all the way to the back door, you can't be like, "Hey guys, wait a minute."
Yeah, let me take a video of this hat, and the customer is like 2 hours in the line and be like, "Hey, dude, hurry up, shape my hat."
My damn hat.
Nobody wants to be that
Dance
guy.
monkey dance.
Any more questions or anything?
Yes. We have a message here in Spanish from George Mancinas. Pase jale, Joby. Soy de los mejores hormadores de Chihuahua. This person wants to work for Joby. Can they send their resume or?
They can. Normally, I have to see them shape a hat.
Yeah.
I recently just had a guy that worked at Boot Barn. Okay, not trying to, bash anybody, but he said, "Hey, I've been shaping for 2 years, and I want a job or whatever." So I was like, "Okay." I asked him, "I was like, how many open crowns have you shaped?" He's like, "None."
None at Boot Barn.
None. So 2 years shaping hats.
Yeah.
And none open crowns. And I was like, man, 99.9% of our business is open crown. And I was like, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell him no. I give everybody a chance. I said, look, come back in around March. You're going to start as a sales associate. I'll walk you through what we do. And if you worked out, then you worked out.
Nice.
So,
Well, I mean, it's high pressure, working at Joby's. It's, when you're shaping that hat, you gotta take that into account that this man's name is on the line, right? He puts out good products. So there's a lot of pressure there.
Yeah. And I tell these guys, I said, look, my name is on like Connor says all the time, your name's on the building. Yeah. But, at the end of the day, it's their name as well.
Right.
They come in to see Connor. Hey, I want Connor to shape my hat. So that customer wants to walk out with a nice hat, whether me or Connor or whoever's there is going to shape it. At the end of the day, and I think the hat game has changed so much that customers know now about shapes.
Well, look at it. When you were at Boot Barn and Cavender's, it was still Joby's hats, right?
Yeah.
Because they came to see you.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
And that's how my nickname stayed like that, Joby's hats,
Right.
because they will call me that. They'll be like, "Hey, Joby the hat guy, Joby's hats. Where's Joby's hats?" And that's how the name stayed like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so.
if you guys haven't seen that, check out our podcast from last year. Joby tells the entire story. So
Pretty
it's
crazy.
pretty good. And yeah.
I think some of it now is, dare I say, we have a lot of customers that are coming to Joby's hats, but we also have a lot of customers that are coming to see Joby, coming to see Vincent, coming to see me, coming to see any of our shapers. That is one thing that's really cool about working there is everyone, even from our youngest shaper all the way up, we all have our customers, which is really cool. And it's cool that we work for somebody that allows that. He doesn't say, "Hey, no, you don't get your own customers. The store has the customers." No, if we have customers that want to wait for a specific shaper,
we wait. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
wait.
we'll pull them over to the side, buy that shaper, and say, "Hey, when you get done with your customer, these guys are waiting on you. Take care of them."
That's what happened to me last Black Friday.
Yeah.
I had
what
my
happens to
own.
you
I had
anytime
my
you come
own
to the
separate
store.
line for
Yes,
people that wanted
yes.
to wait for me. So, and if I'm there, just ask me. I will shape your hat, even if you see me by the register, or if you see me in the back folding jeans, whatever I'm doing. If you come to me and say, "Hey, can you shape my hat?" Definitely, I'm there. I love doing hats. 26 years shaping hats. I can definitely do your hat.
If Joby's in the store, he's shaping because somebody is going to see him go, I want Joby.
Yeah.
He can't come in and not shape a hat.
Yeah.
right.
We made that joke today.
Yeah, and once I get in the hat bar, it's it. I'm staying there. That's what happened today. So
That's what you got stuck
that's
on.
why I got stuck at the hat bar.
What else you got over there?
Josias Garcia asks, when you're at your store, can you show us the difference between your lowest quality to highest quality and a few between?
Yeah, sure can. Sure
right.
can. Yeah, we can go from 5X, which is the one that we just got, the 5X Baileys, all the way up to the 1000X Minks. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And actually, we're going to be doing some stuff with some high X hats here soon. But also on that 500X steel video that you and I did, if you check that out, it's on our YouTube as well. We looked at all of the 100 or 1000Xs, right? So
That's right.
we had the American, we had the Rodeo King. Was there another one?
Stetson.
And
Yeah.
was there a fourth one, or was it?
No,
just
it
the
was
three?
just 3, but we had them all there in the video. Yeah.
Yeah. So we looked at all 3 of those hats, and we may need to revisit that.
Well, I mean, you're going to be at the store tomorrow,
Yes.
so maybe we can do something.
Yeah. We have
Joking
have
around.
all the high X's too at the new store too. They're there.
Well, hey guys, as you know, we're doing a live from Joby's Hats on Saturday the 30th.
Saturday. That's right.
That's when we are going to give away the 200X hat. We can look at whatever then.
Yeah.
So we can absolutely take your questions. We'll be live, and we can have an associate go grab whatever we need too,
Yeah.
and talk
No,
about it
definitely.
right there. So that's something to look at. So
It's
put
gonna
that
be
on your
fun. It's
calendar.
gonna be fun
Yeah.
that Saturday.
Hey, I think
Be live and you can kind of see what's going on at
Yeah.
the store.
I'm pretty excited about it. We have the ability to bring all of this stuff now. So we're going to set up, and you guys are going to get to see the store and kind of the crowd, and then plus, get to talk to us, and we can talk about what's been going on
Nice.
the week. So
It'll be exciting.
yeah, I'm pretty
The,
excited.
the
about
only problem is Connor will not be there.
I work at the new store.
Connor will be at the new store, him and Vincent, and then I'm probably gonna send somebody else to help while I stay at the Plaza store. So
Okay. All right. Well,
Told you, Joe.
But Joby's Hats is so much more than just hats, you guys. They have a lot of stuff that's very, very, it's worth to look at.
yes,
Really.
definitely.
They want to know, well, I'm going to read some of the questions by our members
okay.
first.
All right.
Rich Swick says, I still have my Bailey that I got in 92.
That's about when I got mine. So mine's gone by now, though.
Daniel Hernandez asks, any more tips on reshaping Stetsons? I work on those on a regular basis.
Don't.
Sorry. It depends, honestly. Like I said, there's so much you can do with them, but there's also there's limitations to what you can do. Definitely redoing the crowns. It's a no. You can, but then you want to tell the customer, look, I'm gonna open this up, but if you don't like it, it won't be going back to like how it was. There's just no way to
going
get it back.
Really?
No, you can, but it's not. It's not going to look the same. So you make sure you tell them that up front, because then they'll hit you with like, "Well, you ruined my hat." So
Gotta get them to sign that.
want to tell them. You want to tell them that we just had an incident.
Did Connor do it?
About 3 weeks ago, this customer just now called the store Monday, and she's like, "Hey, I guess this guy sent his mom to clean 3 hats."
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he said that we switched the hat for him. That he got a Gomez Western Wear whatever hat, and I'm like, no, we don't sell those hats here. So thank God we have cameras. We went back and checked, and and the customer was trying to. I'm not saying he was trying to take advantage of that.
His
but
mom sold
yeah,
that thing.
yeah. So the mom probably lost the hat somewhere. But things like that happen. So you always got to be. There's a lot of responsibility on the shapers. When you bring an outside hat, because it can mean something to you. It can be a special hat. Could have been your grandfather's or something. So we always tell the customers that we don't recommend. If we see that it's not going to do good. We always tell them, look, this is an old hat. If we steam it, the sweatband might just disintegrate or
I've seen
something
that.
like that. And we've seen it too. And the customers are like, well, I don't care. Just do it anyways.
Yeah.
Then we go ahead and do it because you asked.
That's like what I was telling you about earlier today. I had a group of customers come in yesterday evening before I was leaving for the day. Young lady and a family. She brought in an old, I said it was a Stetson or a Resist. I think it was a Stetson. It said Beaver 100 in it. It was old enough there was no X's. It just said Beaver 100, and it was that old school 2.5, 3-inch brim,
Yeah.
hand shaped, or well, I think it might have been a pressed cattleman at one point, but it was. I'm not joking. The crown was that tall.
Okay.
It had been lowered down, and they wanted me to reshape it. I said I can try. I won't make any guarantees. And they said, well, we brought one hat to you, and you worked wonders with it. So we got it done, got it finished, and all of that. And as we're shaping, they asked us, "You guys got any beer behind the counter back there for us?" I said, "No, sir. We don't do that here. Unfortunately, that's not our thing here." And then they kind of figured out the new location is right next to a market. They went and bought a case of beer, came back, and they were hanging out with us. They were drinking their beer while we were shaping for them.
And we might start doing that in the summer.
Yeah.
When it's really hot outside, when you just drink a cold beer. Because it is called a hat bar for that reason.
There you go.
Yeah, because back in the day, it was a hat bar because you get your hat shaped, you'll get a free beer.
Yeah.
So
Oh, really?
That's interesting.
yeah,
Nice.
that's why it's
future
called a hat bar. Yeah.
The more you know.
But when I got it done, as I was leaving, I went back, clocked out, and was getting ready to leave. And the gentleman, the dad of the young lady, pulled me to the side and he said, I want to thank you. You took your time on that hat. That was her great uncle's hat. That hat meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
And he said, I want to thank you for taking the time and the care and being very careful and cautious and letting us know what could and couldn't be done with it.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff
get that
is
a lot.
cool.
We get that a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
And also, there's customers that are always sending messages if they can send their hats in to get them reshaped.
Yeah.
We normally do. It's just not this time of the year. There's a lot of hats coming in, a lot of hats going out, and the last thing that we need is to lose your hat.
It gets expensive to do too,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Because you have to pay for shipping here, you got to pay for shipping back, you got to pay for the time and money that it costs to do it.
Yeah.
We have people asking us if they can send Connor hats, and once we quote them money, we never hear back.
Yeah.
back
No, yeah.
from,
It's expensive. We charge a flat rate of $35 for shipping. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Like, for example, if it's California,
Yeah.
the shipping label, we ended up paying like $43 to $45.
Yeah.
So we usually lose $10 there. But, then we ship to Houston and it's 19. So it's just, it kind of works out like that,
Right. Right.
So.
About the price, why did American go up so much recently?
Hey, look.
nationwide?
First of all, look at Stetson and Resistol right now, because they are now back higher than American.
It's across the
So
board.
American got their prices in when they saw the beaver market went up. Now, Stetson and Resistol waited too long, and when they realized they had to get in there and make up for what they hadn't been doing for the last 2 years, now they're highest in the industry. A Resistol Pure is $3,000, which is like, it's crazy.
Yeah, and it happened right after COVID. We knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if that many people know, but most of those bodies come from Portugal. Okay, so it was just harder to get all the fur, and it's a lot of stuff that we probably won't even understand what's going
Right.
on. But the prices went up. Not necessarily just American. Rodeo Kings went up as well.
Yeah.
Even the hats that we bring from Mexico went up. Everything went up. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, it's not just American. Everybody thought it was because they did it first.
Yeah, they did it first.
right.
That's right. So
Do you ship internationally, Joby?
yes, we do. Now on the website, you're not going to have that option. You have to call us, and we have a WhatsApp number, which is the same store number at the store. You can call us. We can ship to Australia, Brazil, whatever. Now the shipping is not cheap. We just shipped 2 hats to Australia.
Yes,
You were there.
I was there.
Yeah,
That was
2 hats,
ridiculous.
40X, 240X Americans. The shipping was like $800 to Australia, but that's how much we pay, to ship to Australia, and we normally get a discount. I think the original price was like $1,400 for the label,
Wow.
so we get a big discount, and it was like $760 something.
mean,
But to Australia, it takes a lot to get there. But we do ship to Australia, to Panama, Venezuela, Mexico, anywhere in the world. But the shipping cost is going to be expensive.
Right. And you guys who are out of the country, you can sign up for the 200X giveaway. It's in the rules. Joby will ship internationally, but anybody who wins and is not shipping to the United States, they will have to pay.
You have
for
to
that
pay.
shipping.
Yeah, that's the agreement that we. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's fair. You're gonna get a 200x hat.
Yeah.
All you got to do is just pay the shipping.
Yeah, and that opens it up to everybody.
Yeah, it makes it fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that. What else you got?
What's your worst customer experience? Connor,
Let's start with Connor.
you go first.
I will say this, it's not ever one specific customer per se. It's one specific type of customer. It's usually one that is intoxicated, already a little on edge, and is not getting their way. I had one of these customers yesterday.
We get those a lot.
He was a little intoxicated. He brought his, I think it was like a 3X wool hat that had stains on it. And Joby, you can attest to this just as well as Joe can. A stain on a wool hat does not come out the same as it does on a beaver. It just won't. And when I tried to explain this to one of the gentlemen, the one who was a little more intoxicated, got upset, grabbed his hats, and started to walk out, and was less than pleased and happy with me and my abilities. And he was taking it out on the person that was translating for me as well.
So we should expect to see a bad Google review. For
I wouldn't be surprised. But
maybe they forgot about it. Maybe they forgot
me,
about it by now.
When I mean bad customer experience for me is usually someone who is intoxicated, because they're a little more difficult to explain things to, or open to reasoning.
Right.
For me, I don't know. Honestly, I had so many over the years,
And you're gonna have them.
Yeah, I think it's not necessarily a bad experience. It's just when, for example, like if they're like, "Oh, go ahead and cut my hat," and you tell them, it's like, "Hey, once I cut it, you have to buy it."
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, I do it. I wore a 4-inch rim all my life, whatever. Then you trim it, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't like it." So at that point, now if it was, but after you tell the customer, look, it's gonna look short. It's a guy that is maybe like 6'5",
Right.
and you tell him, man, you want to get the big brim. So that's usually the problems that we run into as a hat shaper. You tell the customers, look, I'd recommend trimming it down. And then they're like, yeah, no, I don't care. Do a 3.5. And then once you shape it, they're like, yeah, I don't like it. I don't want to buy it. And I'm like,
wow.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's usually the kind of bad experiences that we get. And then, intoxicated guys that come in and they don't even know what they're saying. They just like, hey, just fix my hat. Hat is all full of beard and makeup and cake and all kinds
We had
of
one
stuff.
gentleman, he was intoxicated. This was at the plaza. You know which one I'm talking about. He thought he was getting a 7X when he said he wanted 1,000.
What?
Oh,
You remember that one?
yes.
We shaped.
Oh.
We told him, our sales associate, me as the hat shaper, because I shaped that one. Because even you said on the walkie, hey, we have 1,000X coming up. Take your time with it.
I remember because whenever he went to pay, I wanted to make sure I was there at the register because I don't know why he first he was asking for a 7X.
Yeah.
Then he went from 7 to 1,000X.
There was no in between.
And
It
it's something
was straight
usually
jump.
when that happens is one of the things that we like me, I've been so long in this business that I kind of is one of the red flags that we kind of see. So I was at the register and then I put the number in, and when I told him the total, he almost had a heart attack. He said, say what now? And I said, yes, sir. I think he was like $3,300 or something. He's like, no, that's not what I mean. And the guy looked at the hat. He knew it was 1,000X because he was even making comments like, oh, it's 1,000X. Yeah, on my head or whatever. And I thought he was just going to get away with it, but he didn't. So we ended up with the pre-shaped 1,000X.
Yeah, and it wasn't just a simple minic like
No,
what you're wearing that
I think
we
it was a
could change.
cattleman.
It was a quarter horse
Yeah,
cattleman,
quarter horse.
real narrow,
Yeah.
real high and tight, real low cattleman. I mean, it was.
Did you ever get it sold?
Honestly, I don't even know. I think it's still there.
Hey, you guys want to deal?
Yeah,
with the next-
and we might post it on a special buy.
There you
We
go.
do those a lot too. So
Yeah.
stay tuned.
Yeah.
Black
but
Friday.
as a hat shaper, that's one of the things that we come across. You had
happens.
any bad experiences at Cavender's or anything?
Now your turn.
Just stuff that I screwed up.
At least he's honest.
It was the opposite. He was the customers.
It was just stuff I screwed up, like breaking that resistol. I had an old American from like the 70s or maybe even the 60s, and I I hit it on the inside with steam, trying to reshape it, and the leather just went
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like bacon. And I was like, oh man, I think I just ruined your hat.
You know, another thing that also, as a hat shaper, I don't know, some of my hat shapers are watching right now. When you work on a hat and you just, you clean it and you just present it to the customer. Before he puts it on, he grabs it and he's just tweaking it. You're like, well, let me see. He puts it on.
They grab it off.
And grab it, and you're like, oh, hell.
They grab it, put it on their head just like this.
And goes to the mirror. He's like, I think it's crooked. And you're like, no shit. Well, after all that, you're like, dude. Yeah. But,
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Been there, done that.
So someone, Fermin Garcia actually sent us a super chat.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. And he says, Jobe's revolutionized the custom hat business, and it has been the starting point in many places around the world. Greetings from Aguascalientes, bro.
Oh, what's up?
Tell the story, because when you first started at La Grande Plaza, you had all these open crown hats, and people were like, what is this? Right? So tell that story.
Well, when we opened at the mall, I wanted to create a store that it kind of introduced the open crowns to the Hispanic market. That's how I started. Not necessarily Hispanic, but something different, and that mall didn't have that. So I started there, and it was just me and my wife, just open crowns, and customers will walk by and be like, hey, what the hell is this? Pots, and they call it all kinds of names, and then finally I started just showing them how they get creased. So I would grab one, do a cattleman, I do a Marlboro Retro, which is kind of what they were used to wearing, and be like, oh, okay, right. So this is what you can do with this hat? It's like, yeah. So we started that, and that's what a lot of customers tell us, that we started that revolution in the hat business. And even vendors, I had a few vendors are like, man, you started this, before you, nobody really wanted to, especially in the Hispanic business, nobody wanted to do open crowns. Everybody was pre-shaped Larry Mahan, pre-shaped Stetson, pre-shaped Resistol.
It's still like that.
Still,
it hasn't populated very far. There are some,
well,
right?
Just there in the mall. When I started, it was only 7 stores.
Yeah,
I was number 8. Right now, there's 16 stores in the mall.
What?
16 stores, Western stores, and I think it's only us and 2 other that carry open crowns.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah.
So it's still, you can tell that the business is mainly pre-shaped.
Well, it's like you say, there's a lot of education that we have to do as hat shapers.
Oh, look how, it's 3 years we've been educating people on high X hats, and we are finally starting to see it move. So, it does take time.
It takes
but
time,
you have to
patience.
be diligent. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's a process. Customer comes in and buys a 7X. He's going to wear it. He's going to like it. Comes back 6 months. Now he wants the 40X.
Yes.
That's the big jump. Okay. Now, after you wear the 40X and you know that it's nice, then you're ready for the bigger jump, which is 100X or 200X. And he's going to call it his dress hat. Right. Oh, this is my going out Sunday night or church or whatever. And that's how it starts. It's a process,
Yeah.
So the gateway hat is what, a 10X?
The what?
The gateway.
The gateway hat.
I think 10. Starting, I think it's a 7. If you don't really wear that many hats, I think 7 is great, and that's what we carry for 6 and 7s. But if you really want to start, mid grade, I think 40X is definitely the starting point for a nicer hat before you make the big jump.
What we try to tell people is you can absolutely tell the difference in how long you can go between getting your hat touched up, right?
Yeah.
40X, if I beat it up real bad, it's going to need touched up at least once a year, maybe sooner, right?
Or at least every 6 months.
Yeah. So the 200X, it can go longer. Sometimes I think my 200X, you touched it up this week, and that was only because
on the moving process or something.
Yeah. So and at 500X, I don't think. I mean, maybe once in a couple of years.
No, man.
It takes a lot to get them to move.
It's an investment.
Yeah.
You invest on a hat. Yeah, you're going to spend $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, but it's an investment. It's going to last you for years.
Yeah.
We usually say generations.
Right.
You can pass it down to your son. Your son will wear it for another 10, 15 years, and then pass it down to the grandkids. I mean, we've seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Do you remember that question I asked about what's the shortest or lowest I can get a crown to? I think he's here because
Okay.
JT is the same. It's kind of like the name. I remember the name.
Did he get to see the answer? If
Probably
not,
not.
if not, tell him to hit rewind.
Quick recap. As far as hand shape goes, about 4.5 inches is about as low as you're going to get.
Okay.
yeah. Now,
Otherwise-
if you have a bigger size, like 7 3/4, we can get down to like a 4 1/4, 4-ish.
Right.
Depending. Also, if you have a short head,
Right.
there's a lot of guys that have a tall noggin, whatever. This part here will hit the top of your head.
Right.
So we got to be careful with that too. There's a lot of things that comes to when you shape a hat. You can't just say, "Hey, just give me the lowest you can get."
It's not that simple.
You know what I'm
know-
saying? It's not that simple.
You know that that evergreen I have, it's a domed cattleman, and you can get that thing really, sucked down on your head. So
Well, it's-
you could always do a dome, something or like.
And that's why I wear the shape that I wear
Right.
most of the time,
Yeah.
is to give me that extra leverage where I can
How tall is your crown right there in the front?
about 4.5, I believe.
4.5. Okay.
I'd say 4.5.
Mine is a 5 1/4.
Yeah, that one's kind of high.
Put them side by
I
side.
like
and really
mine.
see.
I like mine a little taller.
Yeah.
And what's the shape?
Everybody always asks, what shape is Joby wearing in this
Yes.
video that we do? So please tell them about your shape.
Mine is a minic shape. I don't know. See, we see that angle right there, right there. See, that's the back. I like we call it a mule kick. It's a smoother, kind of like a round, and then the front it's 8.5 inch wide.
Mhm.
Okay, and like I said, I like mine a little taller.
Yeah.
And then just a nice little dip. You can see the dip right there.
Joby's the king of the minics, I think. You shape a ton of those,
Oh,
and they
God,
always
yes.
look
That's
fantastic.
our business.
Yeah, this in here, it's God. I don't know. How old is this hat? Is a tag in here somewhere?
2 or 3 years,
At least 4.
at least 4.
At least 4
because
years.
you had that one made for you.
That's right. I had 3 made.
Did you?
I got this one. I got the pecan and the natural.
Okay.
And somehow the natural ended up in my wife's closet.
But
it's hers
Joby
now.
Jr. was wearing your
My
silver belly.
Yeah, that's right. You know what? I ordered 4. I had a 4.
And now he has one.
Yeah, and now I have one, which is just this one. I wear this one, and I wear my 500X steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's same shape, same identical everything.
I love this hat. I think it's a great hat. I don't regret it. I think I love the 500X though. This is worth definitely having one.
And it's crazy because the 500X feels, I don't know if it's stiffer.
It's
It is
definitely
stiffer. Well,
stiffer.
It's pure beaver, but it's, I don't know, when you steam them, man, it's like butter.
Yeah.
They get so soft, but when they cool down,
Hard
they're
as
just
rock.
so
Like I
hard.
said, it's
Yeah.
pure. Whereas the mink has that, it's got,
Mink,
whatever
it's
the
a little
percentage
softer.
is
It's
of
10.
mink in it. So it is no
10%.
longer pure anymore. It's contaminated, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have that stiffness that a 500 will.
No, but it feels good.
Oh, it
Yeah.
does.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got a pretty buckle set on it,
It
too.
does have a pretty buckle set. And and that was the
Unless
first,
it's mine.
The first time I saw you wearing it, I was like, oh man, I think you were 20 foot away, and I saw the diamond sparkle on that hat, and I was like, oh, I know what that is.
Once again, that's what it shows when you
Yeah.
take care of your hat.
Yeah.
Mine,
Yeah. I don't know if we can.
I don't know if you can see right there.
Yeah.
I'm also wearing one of our new patches too, the little oval patches. These are brand new. We have a few new ones, so they
That's
should be on the
that's a cool
website here
patch.
pretty soon.
I don't even know which one I'm wearing.
About the website.
Oh, Connor has a JH patch on his hat. Woo!
Is that the leather one?
No,
No.
it is not the leather
Did he
one.
just put that patch because he knew I was going to be
Must
here today?
have. He
Yeah.
must
No,
have.
it's just 'cause this one needs a patch.
Connor, you said you didn't put patches on your felt.
Yeah.
I don't put patches on my 1,000.
Ah, okay.
Every other hat, fair game. I've got a hat that's got Sharpie writing all under the brim.
I don't even want to know why.
Yeah, and
someone-
it's got covered in pins too.
Someone asks here, JB Brim isn't offered as an option when you order online at Joby's. If I write it under fashion, would they shape it similar to how the best hat store shapes a JB?
That's correct. JB and Minic is the same thing. Okay. You can put Minic 8-inch. I think we have that option. Minic 8-inch, 9-inch. But, we get this all the time. Just go to the fashion. That's when you can upload a picture and you can tell us whatever you want to do. You can tell us, hey, cut it down to a 3-inch brim, do a pencil roll, put initials, do eyelets, do whatever you want. That's where you can add whatever you want on that order.
Or call your order in.
Or call. That usually, and this we tell this all the time. You want to get that personalized hat? Call us. You can talk to somebody in person,
Somebody's
and we can send you pictures.
Yeah.
If you want to change, the ribbon, you want to add a 2-cord or 9-line, 6-line, whatever you want to add, we can send you pictures of what we have.
Yeah.
If you want to do initials, a special date, anything that you want to get done, we can do it over the phone. We get this all the time. Hey, man, why can I add this on the website? Why? There's so many options, on the online, and we can't add everything. Just like you said the other day, we can't add every product on the website.
No.
If we do that, then we have to close the store and just take care of the online only.
It would just be an online distribution center.
How are you going to do it? You can't unless your point of sale would cost you a fortune just to get it, an active inventory that saw everything coming
Right
in.
now, we're behind 7 days. Online. So after Black Friday and then Cyber Monday, I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, it's inevitable. Every time Black Friday and Cyber Monday hits, you're another week out or
another
more.
week out. Yeah.
Because, so don't expect to order a hat on Monday, Cyber Monday, and get it in 3 days.
We might have to do a all-nighter like we did 3 years ago when
That's right.
remember?
Well,
Bring it on. I wasn't there for it, but I heard about it. Bring it on.
We worked all night. We started right at 9 o'clock. It was all 7 shapers.
Yeah.
And we had 2 guys packing, shaping, packing, and we finished around 3:30 in the morning. And we did close to 167 hats.
Well, he's pretty fast. You could just put him down in the basement with
There you go.
with a couple boxes of pizza.
Give me some ranch fuel and some pizza.
Yeah.
I'll bring my trailer. I'll put it up. I'll park it up. And
No, you can't sleep.
Whenever I get done, I can.
Okay, all right.
You give me motivation like that, I'll get everything done.
There you go.
No, and,
$3 a hat.
and just customers, I want them to know too. We take our precautions to do hats.
Yeah.
Yes,
We
don't
start
rush through
we
anything.
start with the felts first, so they can cool down, and then we can tweak them after that. Then after that, we do the straws. Thankfully, right now it's not as hot as it was in the summer.
Oh yeah.
So
That's great.
your felt hat is gonna
Move less.
it's not gonna move as much. Yeah. So whenever you get it, it's not gonna be perfect. It's just no way. We don't know what happens in the process. The UPS driver might just throw it. However, he went at the warehouse, and then we don't know. But but we take our time. We shape every hat the same way.
Your UPS guy is not going to be happy if he sees
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Ray, if you hear this. But but this guy, he's been taking care of us for almost 7 years now, so he knows.
Oh yeah.
And he's good. What happens is at the hub. That's what he tells me. This guy.
I just wanted to clarify.
These guys are gonna hear this, and they're gonna be like kicking our boxes now for no answer.
Well, and for those that don't know who have only ordered online, if you've done a phone order, you actually know exactly what your hat looks like when it leaves because we'll send a picture.
We'll send a picture.
And we send detailed. We don't just send one picture. We send pictures of different angles. We'll send videos, whatever you request.
Yeah.
So you can see the hat is absolutely perfect when it leaves our hands as the hat shapers.
Yeah, we won't send pictures of the hats online. There's just no way.
No way to keep up.
No way to keep up.
Right.
That means that we're gonna have to, and then by the time you respond an email or a text, we'll have a big mess. We'll have probably 500 hats just laying around waiting for the approval process, and it just doesn't work like that.
And that's why because with the onlines you can give all the detail you want.
That's right.
Whereas a phone order, it's kind of hard to explain what they're wanting. So they'll send us something quick. We'll send it back when we're done, and they'll either say yay or nay.
And I'm gonna be honest, we ship probably around, I'll say probably 250 to 300 hats a week.
Yeah.
Online, and we might get maybe 1 or 2 complaints a month.
Yeah.
That hey, my hat moved, or I wanted more dip, but for the most part, man, all of our customers are happy. We shaping some nice shapes, and customers are being happy. I mean, it's crazy.
Oh yeah. I mean,
And we ship all over the United States, man. We see Georgia, Ohio.
look, even
Golly.
Best Hat, the hat store, Emilio. Everybody's going to have 1 or 2 that
human.
something's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Or there was a miscommunication, whatever. It happens.
Yeah. But
How are we looking over there? Got a couple more questions, maybe, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Yes.
I know you've been busy all day. We don't want to keep you all night.
no, it's good. I feel like it's just been like 20 minutes now.
No.
What are we?
An
working
hour
on-
20.
We're working.
Hour 20?
Yes.
No way.
Oh, and we just
Man.
got another super chat.
Hey, thank you for the super
Appreciate
chat.
y'all.
Vincent Saldivar.
Oh, Vincent.
Tell Joby he's my favorite boss.
I'm your only boss. I better be your favorite.
And Manny Castro, what is the difference between West Texas Punch and Soft West Texas Punch?
Hey, can you grab that WTP next to you?
I'm on. Oh, you can have him grab it if you want.
I'll get it.
I'm gonna be honest. I ain't never heard of the Southwest
Me either,
Texas Punch.
but Connor might.
Well, I wonder if she meant soft West Texas Punch or Southwest Texas.
No, Southwest.
So West Texas, the crown is about the same. The crown is going to be the same on both of those. Your West Texas Punch crown is just two pretty decent sized dimples in the crown, and that's it. It's open crown, two dimples. Now, whether it's big dimples or small dimples, it's still about the same.
Hang on, we're waiting on camera.
Sorry.
But as far as the brims, if you're going for a West Texas Punch for the American catalog, it's going to be about 6 inches wide and really high and tight.
So this is a West Texas Punch
This is the
crown
West Texas
with a
Punch crown.
with a I don't know what's it. Looks like it's moved actually.
I'm sure it has.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get.
This is almost
Joby
like
can fix it.
We can fix it. Yeah,
I'm actually tweaking it right now. No, but this I don't know what would you call this shape, Connor?
J. So,
Like
A wide and relaxed J.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the difference is this is the West Texas Punch
crown. Yeah.
That's what
crown,
everybody's used to seeing.
and then like you said, usually the traditional West Texas shape is where it's about 6 to 7 inch in the front,
And high and tight.
but
Yeah.
sharp corners, and the back is going to be literally on a V.
Yeah.
Okay, and usually it looks better on a 5-inch brim
It does.
or 4.5.
Whereas now it's more, you see, when somebody says they want the West Texas Punch brim, they're not referring to that. They're referring to, they're basically referring to a flat cool hand Luke almost.
That's right.
They
That's
want
right.
really
Right.
wide,
You know, that's
really
the
low.
Walker. The Walker.
It basically
Yeah,
is.
the Walker,
It basically is.
Yeah.
which
So-
is basically like a CHL crown
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a CHL without
Yeah.
the top.
without the top.
Yeah. I mean this.
That's his new, that's the straw.
Yeah. So yeah, we did this video. I'm just gonna leave it here out of the way. Hopefully.
Don't mess up my shape.
Yeah, right. So that's the new video we did. It'll be out this week. That's the 7210 American in the new Walker shape. This is the hat he was wearing on that first few episodes of, I guess, season 5 rebooted Yellowstone. So
Some of us still haven't watched it.
you got these in stock because
Actually, right now we have a bunch of Americans in stock,
Okay.
and we are going tomorrow to pick up from the factory.
all right.
I think we had I think it's 150, 160 felts and about 100 straws. So
Okay.
we're going to have a lot of hats in stock for Black Friday.
Great.
A lot of customers are already shopping now.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to wait, you want to avoid those big crowds, then I recommend coming in between now and Wednesday.
All right.
Because we are going to be closed Thursday. Okay, so if you don't want to wait those long lines and avoid all the big crowds, and you want to just get a hat and don't care about a price or anything, then you need to come now.
Yeah.
Now is the time to buy it.
Crunch time.
Yeah, and if you don't
Because-
care about price, go with the 1,000.
Yeah, just get 1,000.
only money.
Yeah, it's only money.
You can't take it when you go. I've never seen a Brinks truck. I've never seen a Brinks truck.
Hey,
at a
you know
funeral.
what? Now that you say that, we do offer layaway.
Yes, I forgot about that.
It's a
Yeah.
big thing that we offer. Now the thing is, we only do it for 30 days.
Okay.
Okay. The reason for that is because we used to do 60 days and 90 days. Well, what would happen is somebody put a hat on layaway, completely forgot about it, and then now a month, 5 months later, it's like, hey, you used to have my hat.
No, we
No,
sold it.
it's sold. So we offer layaway even on the phone. You want to? We're asked 20% down up front. So if you're gonna get a $1,000 hat, $200 you can put it aside, and you can pay as whatever you want, $20 a week or whatever. Now you got 30 days to pay it. So
Yeah.
and then once you finish paying it,
$20 ain't gonna do it.
yeah, $20 not gonna do it. But you can do $200 a week and knock it out, and you can get a nice hat. So we offer layaway in store, both stores, and over the phone as well. You can just call. We do the payment over the phone. You can call a week later and do a payment, and we take your credit card payment. We do Zelle, we do Cash App, take cell phones, titles. No, just kidding. But no, just kidding. No, but we do take
Firstborns.
Yes, I
Zelle.
was
We
gonna
do
say
take
that too.
Zelle. We do take credit card over the phone. So I mean, we make it easier for you to get a nicer hat.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah. So
I like that.
I have, well, someone said here a phrase, I think it's interesting. They asked Troy Dunn on the PBR why he wears high-end felt hats when riding. He said because he can just reshape and have it cleaned instead of buying a new hat all the time.
That's exactly why people are buying high qualities.
Yeah. That's why we say it's an investment because you spend a lot of money, but you can, if it gets wet, if it gets whatever, you can just steam it and bring it back to life.
Yeah.
Whereas this one here that I'm wearing, my 20X, even though it's almost a year old, it's already starting to get kind of near the end of its possible life cycle with me.
Yeah, I mean,
Whereas my other hats, you
can't get it referbished, right?
No.
So, I mean,
no, it's.
I mean, I know a guy, and you know a guy. You can probably get a new sweatband put in it. they might do that for you, but
the body's good though.
It might be your new hunting hat.
yeah,
I mean, the body on that thing's good. Feel the brim on that sucker.
Yeah, no, it's still good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You talking about just the inside of it?
Inside, it's got its wear marks and things like that, but that stuff doesn't bother me. It bothers him, but it doesn't bother me.
doesn't bother me. It's your hat. I don't care.
I can get you a new sweatband, no problem.
I don't even worry about the band. I'll cut the band out of it and wear it.
We had a customer today. I hope he's not listening, but I really do hope you're listening. He bought 100X from us, and he was complaining about the liner.
I remember. Yep.
That the liner was not perfect.
Really? Like it wasn't in there perfect? Or?
It wasn't straight, and they had a little, around this little piping around the center.
Uh-huh.
It didn't. It wasn't perfectly. Exactly perfect. Like he wanted it perfect.
I mean, I don't even know.
And so he wanted to get a big discount because of that.
I mean,
so what I did is
can't even see it.
So what I did is
Here,
I
look at
just
this.
went back, grabbed another 100X,
Swap the line.
swiped the liners, and he was happy.
okay.
Oh, wow.
We have people like that
Yeah,
that are
and-
they're looking for a reason to get a discount.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it was crazy. Those are the things that we go as a hat shaper.
And about that, why is 100X American not on your website? Someone asks.
To be honest, I've been so busy that I forgot to add it on there.
Oops.
Yeah.
But you have them, right?
Yeah,
You
we
guys-
have them. We have a bunch of those in stock.
You guys didn't used to carry 100X, right? It
No,
was-
this is actually I ordered them a year ago,
So, I mean,
and we just got them in. What would you say, like 3 months ago, probably?
I'd say about 3 months
Yeah,
ago.
and we got a bunch. We got black and silver belly.
yeah.
Yeah, and this 100Xs are really nice. I think the buckle set is really what
That square buckle.
the
set.
square buckle set is really really nice. Yeah.
So, on your website, excuse me, you kind of put the stuff you have a lot of stock.
A lot
right?
of that's right.
Something that's not necessarily going to go out of stock in store.
That's right.
So,
for example, tomorrow, if
Yeah.
I go to the factory, come back with a bunch of pecans, bunch of steel 7X, 40X, Tuscan, those are going on the website because we have those.
You have a bunch
It's
of-
almost like what you said is in stock
yeah.
items. Now, something that is unique or crazy, but you can always call, and you can also text those numbers. If you want to see anything, you say, "Hey, show me what you got in size 7/3/8 American straws."
Right.
We can text you literally every style that we have.
Well,
And we have, and we will.
Yeah,
We'll
and we
continue to do so.
will. Yeah,
this is kind of how I tell people about Jobe's Hats website. It is, it's there to give you an idea of all of the stuff that, is in stock and high volume. If you want something specific, call and ask. Don't
Call
just
and ask,
assume
yeah.
they don't have it, because not everything's on the website. They
No.
can't possibly, keep it all on the
As
website.
much traffic comes in and out of that store,
Yeah.
in store, by phone, and online, there is no way you would
No.
have to have a team round the
I think
clock
I have to
keeping-
have at least a group of maybe 10 to 15 employees at a warehouse just doing that alone.
And, at that
it's
point,
not
it'd just be a distribution center at that
Yeah.
point.
because guys, we're still small. We're still a small business. It's just not. We're not a big corporation.
Yeah.
We're a
So-
small, big, or
Yeah.
a big, small business.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Anything?
What do I need to work at Jobe's?
First of all, you need to be 16 years and older, okay, and just willing to work and come every day. Well, not every day, but be on time. Now we're not hiring at the moment. We hired some people already. We usually hire them around August, September, so that we can train them to be ready for what's coming, which is the holidays.
Right.
And I think we got a pretty good staff right now. I think we hired maybe just a couple of girls for the just weekends, But I think right now, we're full, so we're not gonna hire it. And then we got the stock show coming up too.
Oh, that's right.
So that's another thing. Starting a month and no, we're about 2 months away.
Just shy. Well,
Yeah.
no, about
Yeah.
a month and a
Yeah,
half.
about a month and a
January.
half. Yeah, January 17th. It's gonna
January
start this
17th.
year.
Okay.
They pushed it back a week just to kind of give it some more time with that crazy weather that we always get every year.
Bring it on.
But stock show is gonna be great too, guys. We're gonna have a lot of hats and really busy as well.
All right. Well, we'll be out there to see you, and so if you guys are in the Fort Worth area during January, what'd you say it was January 17th
Yeah.
to February 10th?
I think it's the 8th.
February 8th.
Yeah, something like that. It's that
Stop
Friday.
in.
I could probably even talk to the stock show people, and we can probably do a live
Oh, that'd be cool.
podcast
That'd be
on
cool,
a
too.
Sunday. Now the thing probably have to be earlier because usually stock show closes at 6:30 or 7.
And
like
they
that.
lock the doors, and you
and
better
they
be
lock the
out.
doors, and you hey, they're like, hey, the store is the stock show is not closed. Please head out. So yeah,
They'll come around hurting you out.
You know,
Vámonos.
we can look at it when it gets closer. Maybe we do a special one during midweek, or maybe do another Saturday like we're going to do this Saturday.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
any more?
You maybe answered this before, but is a 200X giveaway limited to what you'll have in stock, or can we order a long oval in a specific color?
It has to be what we have in stock. Just because we don't want to, drag it out
Right.
and do a special order, then wait. I don't know, especially during the holidays.
Yeah.
3, 4, 6, 8 months. We don't want that, and then you're gonna be saying, "Hey, man, this is a fraud. Or you didn't give me my hat, and what's going on, and
Or it
whatever.
doesn't fit.
It doesn't
Right.
fit, or whatever." So I think it's better if we have it in stock. We can ship it, the same week, and you can have your hat ready for the holidays.
Right.
Or you can come pick
Yeah.
it up whichever way.
And remember, Jobe's is a full service hat store, and they
Yeah,
can
if you have a
make
long
your
oval,
hat.
we can make a long oval. That is not a problem.
If you're long
Yeah.
oval, just come on in. We'll get it taken care
and,
of right
and we
there.
actually do have some long ovals.
We do.
We have some
That's
long
right. You
ovals in
usually
stock.
order some
Yeah.
for stock show.
That's right. So all those hats that we have for stock show, they're there. So if you call and said, "Hey, what do you have in long oval?" We can also text you what we have in long oval.
Okay.
So, yeah, and we might do another giveaway later on, maybe a 500X or something. But,
Hey, that's
That's what we're working towards.
That's what we're working towards. So, look, guys, you guys did a fantastic job following the instructions for this giveaway. We have seen a ton of, response for this. It's the absolute biggest giveaway we've done so far. Not only is it the most expensive giveaway we've done so far, but it has the best response from people.
it must be probably the most expensive giveaway out there. I haven't seen any of my buddies that own stores do this 200X.
No,
And you still got a week. So
Yeah.
if you know anybody,
Hurry up.
tell your friend, tell whoever, said, "Hey, you can enter it. It's free. It's super simple. Just click a link on my bio and your bio.
right?
Go follow the instructions. I think there's some extra entries if you do.
Yeah. So I think there's up to 11 different ways to get an entry. So you can add those extra entries right now. And I don't even know, I haven't checked today, but yesterday we were at 15,000 entries.
Holy
15,000. Okay. Look, I know that sounds like a lot, and that's maybe you think, I'm not going to win. It's 15,000. But look, I'm telling you, enter, because somebody's going to win. And the more we can show that this is, kind of productive, the more of these we can do. Joby can, like he said, 500X.
So still,
next time,
still tell your friends. It don't matter. It
Yeah.
can be 20,000 entries. You can still win it.
somebody's going to win this.
Somebody's gonna win this hat.
Somebody's going home with a new hat.
Yeah, and it's gonna be exciting to see somebody that, I hope somebody that really needs it and is gonna wear it,
Yes,
and get it. You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying?
And they don't have to pay $1 for
So
it. So
completely free. If you're in the USA,
Yes.
you were shipping it free, and we might throw a couple of extra little goodies, little patches, lanyards, a ball cap, some other little goodies
We'll
that we
bring
have.
some Cowboy Cartel patches.
There you go.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go.
One of our
And
new
remember,
Aces patch. Yeah.
You guys, there are over 100 people watching right now, but only 55 likes. What up with that?
Guys, please like the stream while you're on here. It really helps us, and it costs you nothing, and we really appreciate it.
Yes.
Yes. Any other questions
Well,
before
we
we
have
wrap it up?
maybe one last question to wrap it up. I think it's interesting here. Mike K asks, who are some people that inspired you to do what you do? Any guiding principles or philosophy you'd like to share?
For me, I don't think I No, not really. Nobody that
Joby's a one-man show.
Yeah,
He got this.
well, no, not that inspired me. I think as a I've done this 26 years, so I did see there was something missing there. There was something missing between not necessarily Hispanic, but there was something missing in that area that it wasn't there. And I think that's what I wanted to do. Like when you walk in a store, you see all the brands under one roof. And I usually sometimes I post things like that. We're like, hey, all their favorite brands under one roof. And I think that's what Jobe Sanchez was created for. You come in and we won't judge you how you look. We won't judge you how you dressed. We don't care about that. No. It's how you, just we're there for you. Whatever you want, we're there for you. You want an expensive hat, 6X, it doesn't matter. That doesn't change anything for us. We still want to take care of you. So I think that's really what really inspired me to do Jobe's Hats. I think that's the story behind it, that we wanted everybody to feel welcome. It don't matter we might have Spanish music, we might have country music, we might have, when I'm not there, these girls have reggaeton and, bachata and all this kind of crazy music.
Norteña, banda.
Yeah, I get there and then they change it right away because they know that I don't usually like that music. But, that's the idea. And Connor can tell you, it's, customers come in and you can feel that vibe. They feel welcome. Yeah. They're like, everybody comes with a smile. And we get this all the time. Usually when the girls leave, when the shift is over, girls will come in and they'll give me a hug. Bye, Jobe. Bye, Connor.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody hugs each other. And sometimes customers are like, man, I never seen this. Like, this is like one big family,
right.
So
I realize how cliche that sounds because you hear every company say, oh, we're just one big family here. No, most places usually aren't. But no, let me rephrase that. Most places are family in the way that you hate each other.
Yeah.
But there's none of that really there.
Yeah.
No, for us, it's usually like that. Every time the girls leave, when we see each other, we just shake hands. Hey, man, what's up, guys? There's never like, oh my God, I'm here again. Look at this guy. It does. I don't feel that vibe.
Until Connor walks in.
It's definitely a family environment vibe.
Well, that's a cultural thing, Jobe, because that's how Hispanics. That's how we are.
Yeah, definitely. And and you can see. I think that's been part of our success, that customers come in and they feel welcome.
Yes.
And that's
For sure. All right, I think that's all.
That's it. Well, hey, man, I want to thank you definitely for having me here. I know it's late. I know we all. I still got to drive home too, like Connor, hour and a half, and these kids are probably hungry again already.
Yes.
But I just want to thank y'all, and thanks also to our viewers. And enter the giveaway; it's free. It's a chance to get a 200X. I mean, it's what else than that? And definitely thank Joe and Ms. Lorena and Connor for always being here on a Sunday when you're usually out there at home already. They're still working for us, so. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much.
I want to thank Jobe for giving me a job.
Connor didn't get to say that this week. Hey, guys, we really appreciate it. Jobe, thank you for coming in. Thanks for helping us with this 200X giveaway. We really appreciate it. We're really proud to represent the JH brand. We love you guys, and we really appreciate it. So, guys, don't forget, jump on that giveaway, cowboycartelgroup.com/giveaway. Get in it now. We're going to be drawing live next Saturday about 1 p.m. and it'll be live from Jobe's Hats, LeGrand Plaza location. Come on in if you're in the area and say hi to me, say hi to Jobe. Ask us questions live. We'll put you on the air, right?
Yeah, put you in the air. We might add some raffles there too. So if you want to be part of that, you might win some free merch.
Yes. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, we will see you next week, but this time it's Saturday, 1 p.m.
Adios.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good